Hello, everyone. I'm back again for this week's installment, which actually goes around the Ford method. All right, so the Ford method is an interesting little thing, right? Have you ever been in a situation where you were trying to small talk and you're sucking at it? You can't think of things to talk about, right? That's me, right? That was me all the time when I was younger. I could not do small talk whatsoever. I was not raised in a situation where the people I knew did a lot of small talking. So I never developed that skill set. And it was a very foreign concept. I was like, wait, why are they asking about my girlfriend? They don't care about that. And it would just make me really uncomfortable and kind of standoffish, right? Why are they talking about the weather in this other city? Like, what's that have to do with anything, right? So small talking is important though. When you talk about building rapport quickly, right? When you talk about one of the prior lessons where I said selling is one of the most important skills that you can have, selling and marketing of yourself, right? In this particular case, small talk is how you build that rapport to do that selling. Small talk really matters in organizations. If you think of a garden, right? And in this garden, you have your fruits and vegetables that you want to grow, right? Small talk is the work that you do to aerate the soil, to add nutrients to the soil, to pull the weeds, to do things like that. That's putting back into that garden because that person feels that you actually do care about them at that particular point. They feel that you are actually interested in them as a person. And, like for me, I felt that, well, they should see that because in my interactions with them, I always show that I care, right? But that wasn't the case, right? So what is the Ford method? The Ford method stands for family, occupation, recreation, dreams, right? So when you talk about the Ford method, the reason it was called the Ford method is because Ford is a major American car manufacturer and it was easy for people to remember. So the Ford method on this particular case really helps you get in and understand things. So how does it look in actual practice, right? So if you're at a bar and you're trying to get to know somebody a little bit better, right? You can identify certain little things. Let's say you're there for the trivia things that they do now. Oh, do you go out to trivia often? Oh, yeah, cool. Where else do you go? And how successful are you? Do you usually go with your friends or you join random groups? All these other things. And you can start just asking all these questions about this person and get them talking about themselves, right? And then, when you pivot from that, this is the recreation sense at this point now. Understand we are talking about the trivia session at the bar. Then you can go into, do you ever do this kind of stuff with your family? And then you can jump into family discussion, right? And start talking about brothers and sisters and, or siblings in this particular case, parents, what kind of things that they do for hobbies when they were younger. And you could throw in some stuff you're doing, right? And then you could talk about, well, man, this sounds really neat or, whatever, pivot off of to, well, what's your job? What do you do? And, oh man, what inspired you to do that? What led you down this path? And this leads to really easy dialogue flow, right? Where you don't really have to keep thinking hard to go, what am I going to pick up next? What am I going to do next? What am I going to say next? Right? And then I always prefer, this is my preference, right? I always prefer to hit it off with the coup de grace into dreams, right? If you get somebody talking about their dreams, you've built rapport, right? They are so excited, so happy, so like, this is what I'm going to do, right? This is my purpose in life. And when you get someone talking about their dreams, even childhood dreams, right? It really builds that rapport really fast and helps you to get a better understanding for, well, gee, what about that was like so awesome to you? When you thought about it and you wanted to be a stewardess when you were little, what about being a stewardess was so amazing? Traveling and seeing the world. What places did you want to see? What about those places appeal to you? And you can get to know somebody so easily in such a short period of time using the Ford method. So this is a shorter video today. I don't want to overdrum on it. I highly advise there are several good videos on YouTube regarding how to utilize the Ford method. I just want to use this as a platform to bring awareness of it because, if you're like me, you didn't hear about the Ford method until you were in like your mid-20s. And man, the Ford method would have saved me a lot of stress because those personal interactions, I'm an introvert. So those personal interactions were like super, super hard for me when I was younger because I was like, how's your dog? You got a dog, right? And obviously not the best thing in the world. So I highly advise you to look up the Ford method and how to implement it and just try it in normal discussions with people you already have rapport with until you feel comfortable. And, try it with your waitresses, I shouldn't just say waitresses, your servers, right? Try it with your service staff, people that you work with, because it makes them feel pretty awesome usually too, to know that, to feel like someone cares about them. They're so used to people, being selfish, centrically minded upon, I want whatever it is that I'm here, burger, whatever else, right? That they feel pretty awesome when you talk to them, you use their name and you do all that, right? So Ford method is a great tool. I hope this lesson has been helpful for you and have a great day.